Hello, welcome or welcome back to Pluto Fairy Tarot. I'm Jay, and if this reading is for you, I'm hearing discard the frame, okay? Discard the reference frame specifically, not like a photo frame, though who knows? If it's a message for you, take it. But the primary message is discard the reference frame. I don't know specifically what this is talking about. Hopefully, we'll get that when I pull some cards, but there's just something here of an idea of the world that you were likely fed from a very young age, right? Like the typically say like the first 7 years, but at least the first like 4 or 5 for certain, you just believe what you're told, right? Children are we're wired to do that. And that's a very good thing when you're being taught properly, right, by the people around you. But it can also be exploited by people who don't mean well to convince us of things that aren't true. And typically, we don't question things we hold as true from when we were children. Most people go on believing those things for their whole life, never thinking about it. And so it's a very effective method of control. And so when you discard this reference frame, it's going to set you free in a major way. Okay. It's the key. Discarding this reference frame is the key, I'm hearing. And I'm seeing it go in a door and unlock it. And when you open it, it's so bright that you can't see. Right? It's like when you leave a movie theater in the middle of a day. Right? It's so much brighter outside than it was in in the theater. So our eyes aren't adjusted to it. So as you access this truth that you were previously denied from um, by whatever you were told that wasn't true, this reference frame that you were given, there will be an adjustment period, and it might be kind of scary. And the primary reason this message wants to come through is to tell you to not panic, that it might feel like the ground is falling out from under you, but the illusory foundation of this reference frame is what's falling away, and you are gaining access to real solid ground. Okay, I'm seeing the Fool card in my mind's eye. So it might feel like you're stepping off a cliff, like you're doing something really crazy, but you're not. That's just the emotional programming of this reference frame, right? As long as we hold it, it is constantly influencing us. Um, there can be many different frames of reference frames that people are dealing with. So whatever it is for you, just understand that I'm hearing that not only is the world still beautiful, even if this is not true, it's so much more beautiful than any fantasy could ever be. So regardless what you thought gave the world beauty and meaning before because of this false reference frame, the real thing that you are gaining access to through freeing yourself, my right ear is ringing, so action taking, you are taking the action to free yourself. The real thing is so much better. Like I can't emphasize enough. Okay. Um, if I didn't already say, has been will continue to be a timeless and general reading. So take what resonates when and how it resonates, and leave what doesn't. But I'm going to pull some cards now. See if we get some more specifics. The devil. Yeah. Psychological chains. These are loose chains around their neck that they can take off at any time. But another key component here is the reference frame isn't just false in its premises. It is also false in its assigned villain. So a really hard realization for a lot of people is the realization that the devil is a scapegoat, that the devil didn't do shit. Anything even ascribed to the character is usually the good course of action, right? Or at least not an evil one. But then the devil character is blamed and accused of being the greatest evil. Whether you're coming from that specific reference frame that uses that specific character, or there's many frames that use it, but whether you're coming from one of those frames or another one, many different reference frames will have many different scapegoat figures. right? They will label the ultimate evil. And it's not just the realization that the chains were not tight, they were never truly holding you, that's difficult. It's that the blame was misplaced. That can be really hard for some people to accept, is that the reference frame twisted us up so bad that we were blaming the wrong people. We were blaming absolute innocence, or if not, a person. We were blaming something that did nothing wrong. We were blaming an energy or an idea that was not responsible, and that can make us feel ashamed. And truly, the only way through that is to just let yourself feel it and process it. Sadly, there's no way around it if that's something you're feeling. Um, but you are not wrong. You are not bad. I mean, you were quote unquote wrong about how things worked in certain ways and what you thought the problem was because you were lied to. So you're not culpable for that, but you're not like fundamentally morally wrong, right? In the way that they want you to believe you are. Because if you hold that shame within yourself, that you inherently in and of yourself are wrong, you will never free yourself. You will stay stuck. Okay, so that is not true. You are not wrong. You are not horrible and irredeemable and unworthy. That's all programming. That's all lies to keep you stuck. Okay? What is wrong is what you were told. What is wrong is the lies you were fed and the system that those lies were told to uphold. That is what's wrong. Excuse me, to the bird confirmation. Okay, what else? Okay. Y'all can see that, right? Yeah, you can see the edge of it. The Six of Cups just flew out. Um, when I picked up the Nine of Cups. So we have 6, 9. I'm seeing the freaking fish, Pisces. I'm seeing the fish of Pisces circling one another. We got two water here. Um, yeah, but the Six of Cups, you're healing that inner child. You're healing your inner child. You're correcting the lies your inner child was taught to believe. Right? It's not, you're not cooked because you were lied to as a child. It might have messed you up for a bit, but you can go back and heal that. You can go back and correct that. Speaking from experience and observation, that's something we can do. Yes, our childhood absolutely informs the rest of our life, but it does not outright determine it. So you can't hold to that. And with the Nine of Cups, I'm seeing it in my mind. It's morphing into like the Nine of Pentacles, but still with cups. So it's very much this energy of self-made, this self-made emotional fulfillment. You're not relying on someone else to come in, right? Both of the figures on this card here are you. It's you giving this cup of flowers to your inner child. It's you healing yourself, right? And as I said with the Devil card, when they release uh, or when you release, right, when the figures, when they take the chains off, they are releasing themselves. That's another thing about the chains of the devil card. They don't just tell us that the devil chained us up when he didn't, but that someone else has to unchain us when only we can unchain ourselves. Okay? It's on you. I don't want to put like a bunch of pressure on you, but kind of a little bit. Like it's up to you to free yourself. No one else can do it for you, even if they wanted to, and you can't do it for anyone else. You can't free someone else, right? I always say this when talking about like spiritual development and stuff. We can share, we can support one another, right? Like give encouragement, right? We can share tips and tricks, but ultimately each of us has to do the work ourselves. We can't do it for someone else can't do it for us. And this is on your potential time horizon, right? When we're reading cards like this, we're not reading a future written in stone. We are reading timeline potentials, you could say. This is very, not just possible, but likely. This is the path you are on currently that spirit doesn't want you to swerve off of. Oh, my ear's ringing strong. My right ear, action taking, masculine energy. You are not that feminine's bad, right? Someone felt that way just there. I wanted to clarify that. You are already on the path. You are already making your way. What's the song? Making my way downtown. Na, na, na. Faces past and I'm homebound. You're leaving behind these faces you recognize, but were not good for you. So, which could potentially mean leaving people behind, but doesn't necessarily have to, but often will, realistically. But you're homebound, not necessarily to a place, but to yourself, to your soul, and to the truth, Spirit just said. You are heading home to the truth, babe. And the key that you can put in the ignition and get it going and drive. Okay, I'm getting Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna again. You got the keys, so shut up and drive. The key is when you discard the reference frame that you deserve to be chained, that someone else has to free you, and that the devil is who chained you, or whatever quote unquote ultimate evil figure got blamed. Or it could be a mundane scapegoat, like a family scapegoat. It could be a person as well. It can take many forms, right? It's the realization that there's a scapegoat within the frame, that you deserved it, and that someone else has to free you. Those key points, when you release those, when you discard those, that's when the real healing can occur, and you can cultivate, right, this self-made emotional fulfillment, right? The Nine of Cups is often called the wish fulfillment card. You feel so good, or you will, right? I hope you already do, right? I would love that for you, but realistically, oh my goodness, give me a second. Okay, I paused on 11:55, and that noise, if y'all could hear it, um, the laundry got imbalanced, and so the drum wasn't spinning properly, so I had to rebalance it. You are it's a washing machine. It's got the water, right? You are emotionally rebalancing. You're emotionally rebalancing, okay? And Spirit said that is the reading, okay? Discard that old frame of reference and you're going to be free. But it is up to you. It is up to your free will decision to keep going. You're already on the path, as I already said. You're already on this trajectory. You have to choose to hold steady and not turn off. Okay? I want to keep going, but Spirit said just end it. So I hope this reading resonated and was helpful for you. If it did resonate and it was helpful, you can let me know by liking the video, commenting if you want to, and subscribing to the channel if you'd like to see more readings from me in the future. All right. Good luck and goodbye.